Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru and Iruma's Adventures in the Netherworld by Muse 1622. Chapter 1. Prologue. Disclaimer. Arifureta Shokugyo de Sakai Saiko belongs to Shirokome Ryo, and Itai no wa Aya Nano de Bugyoryoku ni Kyokufuri Shite to Omoamasu belongs to Yumikon. I don't own those two. Spoiler. This story takes place before the 7th event of New World Online in Bofuri web novel. Takes your own risks. Dark night engulfed the environment of the world. Eerie sounds could be heard everywhere. A lot of scary knick-knacks showed in front of every stall. And a loud scream could be heard from a certain mansion. Inside that mansion where that loud scream located, there's two persons wandering beside it. The girl in blue with light brown hair in ponytail tied with white ribbon and brown eyes clutching the shoulders of the girl in black armor with short black hair and purple eyes in fear while hiding her face behind the ladder back. "Hey Maple. Let's get out from here now please," the girl in blue said while pleading in fear. "But Sally, you said you want to get that rare item you wanted in here?" The girl in black armor, known as Maple, said. The truth is that World's actually the 6th layer of the game they played, titled New World Online, which takes the Halloween theme. And the mansion actually a dungeon where the rare item the girl in blue, known as Sally, wanted to get, but she's so scared because of not only the mansion is filled by ghost-like monsters but also she has a fear of ghost which makes her reluctant to attack the monsters which resides in it. "I regret myself. But my desire to get that rare item is far stronger than my fear," Sally said in fear, still clutching Maple's shoulder while hiding her face behind Maple's back. Maple knew Sally actually has a fear of ghost and sometimes she can be greedy too. Maple thinks about it and after a few minutes, "I got an idea. How about I escort you back to the guild house and I'll get that item for you?" "Really? But you don't have to go that far for me," she said meekly. "It's okay. Since you helped me so much before, then it's my turn to help you. Just leave it to me." Sally's eyes starting to wet and then hugged Maple behind her back, which startled the latter. She's truly fortunate to have Maple as her best friend. "Thank you Maple, I'm truly in debt with you." "It's okay, Sally. It's okay." Few hours later, after Maple escorted Sally to their guild house, Maple returned to the guild house. "I'm back," Maple said cheerfully. "Welcome back, Maple. So, how was it?" asked Sally to Maple. I got the item what you truly wanted," she said cheerfully while sending it to Sally. "Thank you very much, Maple. Now I decided, I will stop playing this game until the 7th layer is released," she said in determination while Maple laughing weakly because she thinks she's definitely going to play it again. "Anyway, I'm going to log out now. See you in school tomorrow." See you. Unknown to them, they've been watched by unknown entity and it's not the developer or other players. Maple and Sally, I hope he's done it like what I said few days ago. The unknown entity thought while creating a portal and enter through it, then vanished. Morning has come, and in that time a lot of people must go doing their daily activities. In there, Maple, or in her real name Hanju Kaide, in her school uniform walking towards her school, Minazuki High School. While thinking about what skills she's going to get in the game later, she hears a groaning voice from behind. "Good morning, Kaide." "Oh, good morn whoa. What's going on with you, Riza?" she shouts. She saw Sally, or in her real name Shiramin Riza, in her school uniform, looks like a zombie with black circle in her eyes. While yawning, Riza answers her question. "Can't sleep at all, sorry to scare you." "Can't sleep, be you now I get it," Kaide said and then pouted. "That's what you get for forcing yourself even you already knew you can't handle it because of your fear." "I'm sorry, my desire dominating my fear. But don't worry, starting now I decided to go grinding my level in lower layer until the 7th layer is released," she said in determination and then yawning again. Kaide can't help but laughed at it. My guess was correct after all, she thought. Then she's looking at her smartphone and gasped at the time it showed. "Oh no, we'd better go to school now, we almost late," she said in hurry while panicking. In an instant, Riza awoke and panicking. "What? Then what are we waiting for? Let's go, before the school gate closed," she said while running, followed by Kaide. Luckily they reached their destination, Minazuki High School, on time. In the school, Teachers will give lessons to their students while students concentrated to listen what teachers lectured while memorized it in their notebook, but some of them not listening at all or too tired to concentrate, those including the certain two best friends. Kaide's lost in thought because of the game while Riza's too sleepy to concentrate. Before they realize it, lunchtime period starts. In that time, all students eat their bento and push their desk to their group or buy the food in cafeteria. While they're enjoying their bento while chatting about what to do in game for tonight, their class representative walks toward them and interrupt them. Hanju-san, Shiramine-san, Yamamoto-sensei wants to speak with you two in the teacher lounge after school. Why are only me and Riza? Asked Kaide while tilting her head in confusion. I don't know, but she said it's urgent. While Riza still thinking why their homeroom teacher wants to speak to her, and Kaide even thought their grades slightly above average, but still unable to hit top 50, except Kaide who's barely top 50. But she let it slide when she heard the word urgent and turns her head and nod to the class representative. Thank you for informing us, class representative, we'll meet her after school, she said. The class representative nodded and leaving both of them to finish their bento. After finishing their bento, Kaide asked her best friend in worry. What do you think, Riza? Why has sensei wanted to speak with both of us? Then she gasped. Don't tell me, she's secretly played that game and became our fans. Ouch, she gets chopped in her head by Riza while gives her a dead fisheye stare. Don't be ridiculous, Kaide. Also don't say it out loud. What if they knew if both of us are Maple and Sally from New World Online game? Anyway, we have to meet Yamamoto-sensei in the faculty office after school. She answers and gets a nod from Kaide while muttering, it's hurt. Time flew fast and without realizing it the school time is over. Most of the students spend their time in their club or joining going home club. A few of them also went to the teacher lounge to fulfill the task or bringing the absence sheet to their homeroom teacher, including the duo, but in certain circumstances because something urgent. Excuse us. They said in unison after sliding the door to the faculty office. Yes. Oh, Hanju-san, Shiramine-san, please come here. The woman in formal suit known as Yamamoto-sensei, their homeroom teacher, said. Is there anything wrong with us, sensei? Kaide said nervously while fidgeting her thumbs. Riza's also nervous but tried her best to stay calm. Seeing both of them nervous, Yamamoto-sensei can't help but chuckling quietly. You don't need to be nervous, there's nothing wrong with you anyway, she said and returned to her formal speech. The truth is, both of you referred to get exchange program to another school until graduation. Then both of them shouted in unison. But, of all people, why both of us and in which school we'll be transferred? Riza asks while stuttering. Yamamoto-sensei sighing. I don't know, he said both of you are very talented and want you to be enrolled in Yukigoka High School, she said. Yukigoka, isn't that school too prestigious also in Tokyo? I know it's prestigious and yes it's in Tokyo, but, it's your decision whether to accept it or not. If you accept it, all of your transfer expenses will be paid by him. I see, but who is he you're talking about anyway, sensei? Asked Kaide innocently. The principal of Yukigoka High School. Once again, both of them shouted in unison. The principal himself. Riza shouted. Just how generous is he anyway? Kaide shouted. To be honest, I don't know. But, please confirm it to your parents first whether you get permission to be transferred or not, Yamamoto-sensei said. Okay, sensei. They said in unison. After talking to their homeroom teacher, they're going back to their respective home while lost in thought about this event. The night has come, and it's a perfect time to play the game. But this time is not, and a certain Loli calls her best friend from her smartphone. Riza. Did you get permission to be transferred? I actually got it as long as my grades don't go down. Also, my parents told me that yesterday the principal has met and insist them for enroll me to Yukigoka. Kaide said. I got it too, and not only as long as my grades don't go down but also I need to raise it too, also he's done the same thing too. Riza said and then sigh. Tomorrow might be very sad because it's our last day in Minazuki High School, she said sadly, and then back to be cheerful. But I hope we get in the same class in our new school. Yeah, me either. By the way, Kaide, do you think it's kinda suspicious? Of all people, why both of us transferred to another school and how in the world that principal know our home address and very generous too to the length paid our transfer expenses? She asks. Really, even so, no matter what's going on we'll do our best in there. she said optimistically. Ehehehe, as expected from you, Kaide. Anyway, my parents have rented an apartment for me to stay in Tokyo and it's close to our new school. So, do you want to stay with me in there? She asks shyly. Sure. Let me ask my parents first, don't hang it. After a few minutes, she returns and says to her best friend. Riza, my parents fine with it because they've already discussed it before with yours and they split the rent payment. Why they didn't told me about this before? She shocked, then mumbling in irritation. Then, until graduation I'll be in your care and don't worry, no ghosts shall pass through me. Yeah, me either. 2 days later, after filling the transfer paper and a sad and tearful farewell from their classmates in school and from their parents, the girls went to Tokyo for their new school with everything they need in their luggage, of course including their VR hardware to play in there. After reaching Tokyo, they decided to walk while chatting about their new school and the game until they reach their apartment location without knowing it's evening now. They meet the landlord and told the landlord they're the new residents in there. The landlord shows them their room and gave them the key for theirs. After saying thank you respectively, they entered to their apartment room and put everything from their luggage to their room. Because they're too tired after their trip, they decided not to play the game for today and call it for a day. Morning has come, and it's time for Kaide and Riza to go to their new school to give their transfer paper and all of the important document for their transfers to that suspicious principal and resizing for their new school uniform. Do you think this is the way? I think we're lost the direction to the school now, Riza said in worry. But the pamphlet said this way, Kaide said in frustration while looking at the direction showed in it. Then she saw a black-haired boy in school uniform walking gloomily, which got her an idea. I know, how about we ask that boy the direction to our new school and if we lucky, he might be in the same school as ours. Riza's couldn't help but sigh after hearing that idea. I don't know if asking a stranger might be a good idea, Kaide. Then she added more. But if it's going to solve our problem, it can't be helped then. She gets a smile and nod from her best friend for agreeing with her idea, although doubtful with it. Excuse me. Kaide shouted to the boy directions. The boy, who hears the shouting voice, turned around and saw 2 girls running toward him. Are you talking to me? The boy asks for confirmation, albeit reluctantly. Yes. Do you know the location of this school? She's showing him the pamphlet of their new school. He's shocked after seeing it. It's the same school as mine. Then he looks at the girls and wonders why he never seen them and why they didn't wear the school uniform. I've never seen you before. Are you both new in here and also the transfer students? While shocked after hearing that, Riza decided to answer his question as calm as possible. Yes, we recently moved in here and also the transfer students. But, we can't join the class for few days because we need to give our transfer documents to the principal for finalization and resizing for our school uniform. I see. Then, Kaide decides to ask him, but not for direction. Since you're in the same school as us, can you guide us to the location of the school? Wait, Kaide. Are you being too familiar right now? We just recently met him. Riza said, shocked because her best friend too trustful toward everyone. He knew what the other girl said is true, but he'll be late to attend the class and they will never reach their destination. With a sigh, he decided to help them. I don't mind guiding you to the school. Really, you don't have to force yourself if you don't want to, Riza exclaimed. Smiling wryly, he answers her. It's okay, besides, our destinations are the same, right? Thank you very much. Since we're in the same school, why don't we introduce ourselves? My name is Hanju Kaide, Kaide said cheerfully. I'm Shiramin Riza, and sorry about before, she said apologetically. It's okay, you don't have to apologize, Shiramin-san. Also, my name is Nagumo Hajime. Anyway, we'd better go to school right now, Hajime said while urging them to go in hurried manner, which gained a nod from the 2 girls. In their way to the school, they heard voices talking toward them, mostly toward Hajime, but not in a good way. Hey, isn't that Nagumo? Are those girls new in here? I hope they're not being influenced by him so much. What's so great about that good-for-nothing otaku anyway until he gets not only 1, but 2 girls at the same time? Damn bastard, was Shirasaki-san giving attentions every day towards him as not enough? Go to hell, disgusting otaku. Hearing those words made Hajime couldn't help but cringe. The girls look at the source of the voice, and they found students, mostly males, in the same school uniform as Hajime. Riza decided to ask him for confirmation. Were you being hated in the school because you're an otaku, Nagumo-kun? Also, do you mind if I call you that? Hearing the word otaku from someone he met recently makes him cringe even more, but he decided to answer her. Only in my class, but not only just being an otaku, Shiramin-san. And I don't mind if you call me that. Does this Shirasaki-san also the reason too? Because I heard someone mentioned about her. Yeah, she's too. Why? Isn't it wrong if she gives you attentions? She might be really cares about you. Kaide asks him in sad voice. That's the problem, Hanju-san. In Yukigoka High School, Shirasaki-san is known as goddess and school idol because of her beauty and high grades. Because she's always giving me her attentions, most of the boys got jealous of me and the girls gave me a disgusted look. And when she approaches me, they'll glaring daggers at me because for them, a lazy otaku like me doesn't deserve the school idol like her. Have you tried to stand up to defend yourself, Nagumo-san? Smiling wryly, he said, it's okay, I'm used to it. The girls shocked after hearing that, but decided to refrain themselves to ask him about his problem more. To enlighten the mood, Kaide decided to ask him about something she likes. Nagumo-san, have you played VR game titled New World Online? She asks him excitedly. Riza's trying to stop her but instead refrain herself, then sighs silently while muttering, it's Kaide after all. Why yeah, but my level is still low. Hajime replied while shocked deep down. He thought they're going to be disgusted after they knew he is an otaku, but instead asked by Kaide the game she mentioned in excited manner. He tried to connect the dots between her and the game, New World Online, and he gets his answer. Don't tell me, Hanju-san, you're Maple. And Shiramin-san, you might be Sally, right? While hearing that, Rizas can't help but sigh, then answers his question. Yeah, those are us, Nagumo-kun. Do you want to join Maple Tree Guild? Kaide asks. I'm not sure. Your guild is filled with strong players, in abnormal way. He mutters the last part, but gladly, she didn't hear it. It's okay. I always welcome everyone who wants to join Maple Tree Guild and you'll be getting stronger in no time. Hearing that, he can't help but smiling wryly and give up and giving them his game id. After arrived at their school, Kaide and Riza thanked Hajime for guiding them before separated to their locations, Hajime to his classroom and the girls to the principal office after ask him the location of it. Before entering the principal office, they knocked the door 3 times and heard a voice behind it. Come in. It's their cue to come in. In there, they saw a middle-aged man sitting in his desk while signing some paperwork. Then he saw 2 girls holding sheets of documents. You must be Hanju-san and Shiramin-san, right? He said. Yes, we are. Here are the documents for my transfer, sir, Riza said. And here's mine, sir, Kaide said. After checking the documents, the principal gives them a humming of approval. All of the documents needed to transfer are complete. Now I welcome you as students of Yukigoka High School. If you want to resize for your school uniform, go to the infirmary, there's someone waiting for you in there for it. Also, you can join the class in Monday, it means 2 days after tomorrow while waiting for your uniform to be sent to your place. Thus gained, yes, sir, from the girls. Then the principal asked both of them. Is there any question regarding the school? Riza actually has a lot of questions which truly needed to be answered right now. But before she asks, Kaide cuts her off. Right now, not yet. But I'll do my best for this school, she said cheerfully, gained a quiet laugh from the principal. Why yeah, like what Hanju-san said. Riza said, almost using Kaide's given name while talking to the principal. I see, then, you can excuse yourself to the infirmary for resizing your new school uniforms, he said. Thank you, sir. They said in unison and then leave the principal office for resizing for their school uniform after bowing to him. Inside the principal office, after signing some of the documents, he sighs while speak to himself. What have I done? One of my new students, Shiramin-san, already suspicious of me. Then, he hears a voice which makes him jump in fear and turns to where the voice is located. Did you successfully enroll them to this school? The voice asks. The voice belongs to a person in massive black cape which covers the person whole body and ambiguous because its voice altered. Why yes. L like what you asked for. W what do you want with them anyway? He asks while stuttering. None of your business, you have done your task, now I'll take my leave. The person said while creating a portal and jump through it. Why, The person already vanished and only him alone in the office room. He sighs again and returned back to his desk. I need to apologize to them when everything is solved and wish for that person, whatever its gender is, gets what it's deserved. He thought while starting to resume his works while screaming in his mind. Maple in this school. Kya, I'm your biggest fan. Kaide sneezed unknowingly, which earned Riza's concern for her well-being. 2 days later, especially at night, tomorrow is the day Kaide and Riza will attend to the new school for the first time since transfer. They spent those days by sightseeing in Tokyo, by school necessity, looking for part-time job, and of course play New World Online game every night while waiting for their new school uniform to be sent to their apartment, which delivered in Sunday morning. Now they have nothing to do after finishing their dinner. Kaide decide to ask her best friend. Riza. Let's play that game. She asks cutely while tilting her head slightly. Why? She asks calmly while in her mind she's panicking. Stop giving me that kind of face, you make my heart stop beating for a second. Today they will announce what the 7th event will be like. The rumor said it'll be Dungeon Conquest. Really, but, have you prepared everything for the school tomorrow? She gets the answer, yup, from Kaide. Then, let's go. I will catch you up and try to get strange skills like yours. Understood. Good luck, Riza. Kaide said cheerfully. Little did they know, that night will be the last time they played New World Online VR game.